everybody, welcome back to my Wings of Refuge. Good morning. Today I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about Back to Eden gardening. Now, last year was our very first year and there was more prep than anything. And so this year is probably our first real year of getting started, and I just planted the garden, and so there's not a whole lot of extra growth yet. I hope to do a follow-up really soon so you can see as things grow and multiply. But Back to Eden gardening is pretty simple and basic, but it's also great for your organic and holistic gardeners. However, I guess you could use it for other reasons too. But for us, it's no-till, no watering, and here comes the puppies. Hey girls! And so it's no tilling, no watering, and we of course don't use any pesticides, and everything is, we try to do everything as organically as possible. So the exciting thing is, and the gist of it is when you're doing your garden, you lay everything in 4 to 6 inches of wood chips. But your wood chips, as you put them on top of everything, or your soil, and you're preparing the soil usually about 6 months in advance before you do any planting, so that when you plant, your soil is nice and moist, it's already breaking down, it's getting softer. But obviously the first year is your hardest, the second year it gets better, the next year it just gets better and better as you go. And since we have chickens, we have this year put some of our chicken manure and the bedding that we cleaned out from the coop into the garden. And so my garden is very small, it's only 16 by 16. However, I don't plant everything in the garden itself. You see here the grape arbor, I have my grapes planted on either side, but the cucumbers are actually planted on a huge trellis, and so they're planted in another section of my flower gardens. And then my pole beans are all growing up a arbor, and they are also in the flower garden. All of my herbs are intermingled in among all the flower gardens, and so I have things just kind of spread out a little bit. And I hear people talk sometimes about having a food forest, and so that would be like the ultimate goal. Is I love flowers. I have tons of flower beds, and if I could just intermingle in there edibles, things to eat also, which I do have some edible flowers also planted. I have a whole herbal area that I can feed those things back to my chickens, plus we can eat them too. All of my garlic is also in the flower beds. And so if you see behind me back in the back, that is also our strawberry patch. Now, I'm not a fan of fencing. However, with puppies and with chickens, but also rabbits. Last year, rabbits was our biggest and probably only problem. And so this year I'm hoping to fence out some rabbits, and the puppies are really helping with that also. But I didn't want anyone trampling my strawberries. We have 100 strawberry plants planted. They're already blooming and starting to produce little baby green strawberries. I'm really excited. But in here I have most of my basic vegetables. I have my tomatoes, I have lettuces and okras and peppers and those things in here right now. And I planted onions. Also out among the fruit trees I have my red potatoes. Only thing I haven't planted yet, I believe, is like corn and cantaloupes. I don't typically do watermelons. I'm hoping my husband will do the watermelons for me. So anyway, I just wanted to show you and kind of get started on at least how the Back to Eden works, and what's involved with it, and how easy it can be. And I hope to do another video later as things grow and produce, and give you an update and see how things go. So as of right now, this is what you have. We have a few fruit trees back here. We have apples, we have late blooming peaches, we have cherry trees. I'm really excited that my fig trees came back this year. The first year we planted fig trees, the winter killed them. and those were the Turkish figs. They didn't make it here. We had a colder winter than normal. I was afraid to try them again, so I found some cold hardy, and that's exactly what it said, cold hardy, and also some Chicago figs. So I planted 4, and this year they came back, so I'm really excited and hopeful that we may have figs this year. And so, well, here you have it. And it's just me. It's small. It's simple. I work full time. Plus, I manage, chickens. I help out with the sheep. I do a ton of gardening. So I try to keep it on a scale that I can handle. Beyond that, I haven't mentioned too the berries. We have 6 blueberries, 8 blackberries, 6 raspberries. Planted goji berries last year. I'm not sure. They're coming back, and of course the grapes. So anyway, you never know what else we might add in the meantime, but stay tuned and we'll see what works and what doesn't, and we'll give you an update again in the future. Have a great day, y'all. Give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and feel free to comment. We love comments. Got an idea? Got a suggestion? Have you done Back to Eden gardening before? Do you plant a garden? What do you plant in your garden? Do you plant things that are edible among your flower beds? If so, let's hear from you. In the meantime, have a great day.